We back with another one, y'all. Y'all know Chicago rapper Stain had got gunned down, man. Let's see what's going on with the Stain situation, man. And make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that hype button.
In the past week, a notorious Chicago killer was shot and killed in his own hood after serving 10 years in prison.
He got the whole AK on his lap?
For shooting someone in the face. In the aftermath of his death, all of his enemies and the families of the people he allegedly killed made posts celebrating. Stain, real name Willie Wheeler, was a gang member from Chicago, Illinois. More specifically, he was from the Inglewood neighborhood in Chicago. He had both of his parents in his life growing up. While Stain was a child, his dad got sentenced to 6 years in prison. This temporarily left Stain in the hood without a father figure. Inglewood is a very dangerous neighborhood, so Stain was surrounded by violence growing up, and this molded him. By
super dangerous.
At the age of 13, he already jumped into the street life. He got kicked out of school in the 10th grade for fighting and never went back. He became a member of a set called WUGAWORLD, who reside on the block of 75th and Stewart. WUGAWORLD primarily beefs with a gang called FaceWorld 079, and the two have been in a deadly war with each other for years that's culminated in countless deaths on both sides. Over his years on the streets, Stain built up a fearsome reputation as a killer.
Man, they was beefing with a lot of other people too. But that's how it be when you in the city, man. You can't be beefing like that because people catch you slipping, they'll take you out.
When he was locked up, one of his ops mentioned in a song that WUGAWORLD needed him freed because the war was becoming one-sided without him. Stain was so hated by multiple sides for the dirt he did in the streets that infamous Chicago rapper King Von jumped him in jail.
Oh no, they tried to roll Stain in the county. But listen, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna lie. That's why they say most people that go to our county jail trying to do what they trying to do and just go straight to prison, bro. The county is the worst place for you to be right now. It's overcrowded. Youngers in there don't want to listen to nobody. And because it's overcrowded, you get put in the wrong place, you might get hit on in your face. Crazy.
His associates have stated in interviews that Stain was a dangerous killer just like King Von.
His name already top tier, like he the Von. So like if you want Von over here, it'll be Stain. But guess what? Von did more capping than anything, a lot of extra social media shit. Stain wasn't doing that social media shit. Stain was just straight street nigga. And rapping, but he was just straight street nigga. So it play out different, you feel me? Like now if you get out and do all the internet capping, you never know. But guess what? Nigga, the guy still ain't on like that.
The first murder that Stain was linked to would kick off a bloody war, leading to numerous deaths and lengthy prison sentences. On May 6, 2014, a member of FaceWorld 079 named Juju, renamed Jajuan Porter, was standing with another man in the 7900 block of South Vincennes Avenue when two gunmen walked up and began shooting. Juju was shot multiple times in the body and pronounced dead on the scene at just 18 years old. The man standing with him was shot in the chest and shoulder, but ultimately survived his injuries. Juju was allegedly killed by members of WUGAWORLD. In particular, Stain was widely rumored to have been one of the gunmen in this incident. This incident ignited the multi-year war between WUGAWORLD and FaceWorld. Over the next few years, both sides would commit multiple retaliatory murders against each other, and Stain would continue to build his reputation as a killer, allegedly killing numerous people before doing the killing that would land him behind bars. On August 19, 2015, at about 1:20 p.m., Stain and his friend Devontae Watson saw a man named Dwayne Thomas on a porch in the 4700 block of South Harvard with two friends. Stain and Dwayne got into a verbal argument as other witnesses watched from inside. Stain then pulled out a gun and from point-blank range shot Dwayne twice in the face, once in the chin and once in the cheek. Dwayne
2 times to the face? That's crazy, but that's why, I know that happened back then, but even to these days right now, man, you can't be arguing with nobody, but you sitting up there arguing. While you arguing, somebody will be done pulled out a gun and shot you in your face.
Dwayne's friends turned to run, and Devontae tried to fire a gun at them, but it jammed. Dwayne was rushed to Advocate Christ Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead an hour later at just 20 years old. Devontae was arrested the day after the shooting. He was charged with murder and was held on a $1 million bond. Stain was wanted for this murder but went on the run. He would eventually be caught after a few weeks as a fugitive. A couple weeks after the murder, on September 9, 2015, around 9:30 p.m., officers spotted Stain in a vehicle at a gas station near 76th and State. As officers approached, he sped away, taking them on a high-speed chase, and a man in the back of the vehicle he was in pointed a weapon at the officers. One of the officers fired toward the vehicle, but no one was hit. Stain's vehicle ran through several stops before it crashed into a pole in another vehicle in the 9500 block of South Halstead, where both men got out of the car and ran. Stain was found by a canine unit hiding in a garage about an hour later. Officers recovered a weapon from the vehicle. Stain was charged with murder, 2 attempted murders, and resisting an officer. Stain ended up taking the case to trial because he felt he acted out of self-defense. In an interview, Stain said that he went to defuse the argument Dwayne was in, but Dwayne pulled out a gun, leading to Stain pulling out his own gun and shooting him. Stain hired an expensive lawyer, and the lawyer was able to get him a lenient sentence for the severity of his charges. He spent a long time fighting his case. He was in jail for 7.5 years before being sentenced and sent to prison. His first-degree murder.
That's another thing about being locked up. You end up in a county in Chicago too, man. They take so long. Sometimes, bro, it'll literally seem like they just forgot about you, forgot about your whole case and everything. It's been dudes sitting in the Chicago County Jail probably over 10 years now, and they ain't been called to trial for their case. And they just still up in there. So you don't know when you gonna get up out of there, and then they supposed to play it with the time served, but depending on how your case and how it pan out and how they feel, sometimes they won't even give you your time served. So if you already done been in there for 10 years, they don't give you the time served and they end up giving you a 20 ball, 30 ball. That's your whole life right there to me. That's life. To me, that's how I look at it. Because you know already did 10 in the county, then they finna come hit you with 20, 30 more. Come on, man.
Murder charge was dropped to second degree, and he beat the attempted murder charges. He was ultimately sentenced to 19.5 years in prison, with only 50% needing to be served. As a result, Stain was released after 9.5 years locked up in 2025. Despite being behind bars for nearly a decade, his enemies didn't forget the things he allegedly did, and they would come after him.
Wheeler, the deceased, according to the doctor, might be possibly 12 to 24 rounds in his body, numerous locations. I got a list of them, but I'll give it to the paper car.
Police have been here for much of the afternoon investigating this shooting, and based on the number of evidence markers we're seeing on the ground, as many as 80 shots were fired here. This shooting happening around early afternoon near 75th and Harvard, apparently right in front of a convenience store. The Chicago Fire Department confirming 3 people were shot. One was pronounced dead on scene, another victim drove or was driven to a hospital, and a third victim was transported by ambulance. The genders, ages, and conditions of those victims unknown at this hour. As I mentioned, there was clearly a lot of gunfire. It's not just right.
Man, look at all them shell casing markers. That's crazy. For them to say he probably got shot like 24 times, Bad situation.
Right in front of the store, but up and down the block as well. And at one point, we did see police bringing evidence markers inside the store, so it's unclear if perhaps there was gunfire inside as well. What led to all of this is still being investigated. But
on May 8th, 2026, Stain was in the 300 block of West 75th Street near Harvard Avenue by a store. As he was standing outside, a sedan pulled up and multiple shooters hopped out shooting in his direction. Stain was shot numerous times and taken to St. Bernard Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 31 years old. In the aftermath of his death, his ops have been celebrating, and people close to his alleged victims have been making posts saying their loved one finally has justice. It seems like if you do something in the streets, it will never be forgotten, no matter how much time passes. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments.
Man, like I told y'all, it ain't no money left in the street. You don't need to be there. None of them food marks. If the store you going to got a letter, then and another letter, I'm going to tell you something. And you should not go there. Do not go to that store. Because they going to pull up and they doing that. Rest in peace to Stain. Rest in peace to Juju. Everybody that done lost their life for this war that's going on back and forth, man. It's a sad situation. But this is the street life. But like I said, it ain't no more money out there, man. You can stream, you can play video games. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's a whole lot of opportunities to make a whole lot of money. You need to go do some of that, but being in them streets ain't where it's at, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.